Welcome back to Pass the Turn. This is another podcast-esque episode, and today I'm joined by Tom, the mysterious man that you would have seen in some previous EDH gameplay episodes. So say hello, Tom.
Hi, hope everyone's all right.
We're going to be speculating on some. Was it a post or a blog that?
Yeah, it was a blog from Mark Rosewater.
Yeah, and that's all around the new Core 2021 set, and it features like some hints and some clues as to what we could be expecting, which at this stage really could just be anything. But we might as well do them in order. So this was the order that he spoiled them on. Was it his blog? Was it, or was it?
Yeah. On Tumblr, just his blog, and he's been doing this for the past few sets now, just as a little teaser.
Yeah.
He does these little clues. People like to guess what they might be.
Oh, he does them all the time, does he?
Yeah, I think he does. I think after the past year or maybe more, I'm sure he's been doing things like this.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I must have missed the last ones, but
yeah.
But yeah, so we'll kick it off straight away with what he's announced: a brand new Planeswalker from a plane that we've already visited. So this could be anything really, but is it going to be a Planeswalker that would we've already seen it, or do you reckon it's?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that was my initial thought. Is it a Planeswalker we've met in some of the stories in the past, perhaps? But then he does say a brand new Planeswalker, which to me does imply we know nothing about them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah. And I was trying to think of a few Planeswalkers that we've met in the story, but have never really made it to the card. But I can't really think of many. There's the one who first showed Yawgmoth, Phyrexia.
Right,
I can't see that one coming back. I can't remember their name off the top of my head, unfortunately.
There isn't a Phyrexia set, is there, this year?
Not that we know of. Obviously, it could be a way of hinting towards something in the future.
Yeah.
Because they do like to do that with the sets now. They like to have, especially in the core sets, sort of nods to themes and upcoming locations going forward.
So any sort of wild speculations as to what you think it might be from this bit of text here?
Hopefully something that's just going to stop Teferi. Your opponent can't play Teferi.
Yeah.
It'll be Teferi's mum.
So a Teferi named card that says you can't play Teferi. Basically, this is the only Teferi now in this time frame.
Yeah, that'd be a good way of spinning it.
Yeah.
But we do know that there are going to be 3 Teferis in this set. Same as the Core 20 was about Chandra.
Oh, really? So, like the uncommon, rare, mythic cycle?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we do know we are getting more of him.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which I think standard players will really enjoy.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah, he's very much sort of do stuff at instant speed, but don't allow your opponents to do stuff at instant speed sort of play. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we've got loads of Teferi. I want to see something new. Like I was really looking forward to Ikoria because I thought Kiora would be in the set, being the Behemoth Beckoner, but she never showed up. It was Vivian.
No.
I was well annoyed. I thought there was going to be some sort of Kiora tie into that, but I'm not sure if I'll ever see my love again. But there you go.
She'll be back.
Yeah, I hope so.
She'll find someone to tame.
Yeah. So yeah, you think it's Teferi then, a brand new Planeswalker? He says though.
A brand new one. Like I say, the only 2 I really thought of that have been in the stories is the one I mentioned before, the Phyrexia. Well, the other one, I believe, a Planeswalker was sent by Jace to try and hunt Garruk when he was going out of control.
All right.
And Garruk showed him who the real hunter was there quite quickly.
Yeah.
Again, I can't remember his name. He may not have even been a Planeswalker. He may have just been a regular guy. But they were just two names that popped into my mind when I first read that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's just said it could be anything at all, but
I said they're a good design.
Yeah, that's all we need really.
Something a bit different than the usual.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this sort of segues into this next one because the next part was something he said a card that lets you draw half your library. So Lab Men Rejoice. But I think that ability might even be a Planeswalker Ultimate, a card that lets you draw half your library. Surely that's like a Planeswalker Ultimate. That's not going to be a card, is it?
It would be, wouldn't it? It does give you, especially if it had like the new static ability on the Planeswalker that just lets you, or draw half your library, you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like Enter the Infinite sort of style.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of it as that. I thought it might just be a very, very expensive enchantment.
Yeah.
That basically does the same.
I mean, I know there's...
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Or another idea I did have was, could it be the new red style card draw that lets you draw half of them, but you're only allowed to cast them this turn?
Yeah.
Something weird like that gives you all of your options in red, but for a very limited time.
Yeah, I mean that's like, you know, the Atalis and the like the unexpected results sort of stuff, not unexpected, experimental frenzy, where it's off the top of your library, like you say. That is the card draw in red, isn't it?
Exactly.
Maybe that would be red's answer to something like that. It'd be interesting, a card that lets you draw half your library actually being in red instead.
Exactly, that's what it really would be out there. Everyone's expecting it, a big blue spell.
Yeah.
Standard. Probably Simic, because
they
always get the best cards.
Oh, they do, yeah. Killing and Bond Prodigy.
I thought, what if they just go mono red and just have a really big drawback, and it's not what you think it's going to be.
No, I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I know there's cards out there like Traumatise, like put half of your library in the grave, sort of thing. So if it was just complete adverse of that would be great to see. If it was a red spell, or if it was a massive black spell, that would go straight into my Villis Broker of Blood EDH deck. Draw half your library, yes please.
You lose that amount of life.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be lovely. I'd love that. Awesome. Yep. So that's that one. Some good speculations there. Hopefully, it is a big red spell, but we will see. This next one, I have dreams about a +1/+1 tribal lord for a creature type that's never had one.
We know your answer, Aaron.
So we know what my answer is. It's got to be an insect tribal leader. There has been sort of, you know, the Izonis which come in and create insects, but there isn't like a tribal leader that gives insects all +1/+1. And in the top corner of the video now, you'll see a custom commander that I made, which was ridiculously overpowered. But it was overpowered because I wanted to have something that had insect tribal support. So that's what I'm hoping for, but I don't think it will be that, unfortunately. Because the subtext is a creature type with over 50 cards already in print. So I think there's a lot more insects than 50.
Yeah, I think we looked at around 150, I think, when we looked at.
But still no tribal support. Come on. But yeah, 50 cards already in print.
There is the rumour that this set, they're going to merge all of the different canines into one breed, just dog. The same way there's cats. All your Leon in the cats, just normal cats, lions are cats. There's a talk that they might be doing the same with dogs. And some have then speculated that the tribal lord may be this new dog one that will rule over them all.
Oh, is that... I think, actually, I've flashed a picture up now that I've seen. Is it like a dog sat in a field?
Yes, that's the one. It's the one they first sort of used to announce the dates for the pre-release, I think it was. And then there's little bits of white text you've got to follow, and it says something like, "Oh, give the who's the best dog" or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So they'll errata the text, like all the hounds and stuff will then become a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Enoch from Tarkir and other things like that. Basically, any like sort of dog creature.
Oh, the Enoch, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of Enoch survivalists in the morph deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are annoyed that there's cats can come in any shape or size.
Yeah.
As long as it's remotely feline, it's a cat. Whereas a dog, it's very specific. Can only be a dog, as in a pet dog sort of thing.
Yeah. Dog tribal, yeah. Everyone would love that, wouldn't they? Secret Lairs would love that. Different breeds of dog being dropped in. Oh, absolutely. I can see it now.
I'll tell you what, a spec for the future, if this isn't the tribal lord, there'll be one in Commander Masters, whatever they're calling it.
Oh,
Legends. Dog, they know everyone's going to want Commander Dog deck.
Oh yeah.
And they'll do there. I think there could be another few dogs in there to really help bolster it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They've got to monetize the fact that pets are everything in people's lives at the moment. So
Yeah,
it's got to be. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And the picture I remember seeing as well as a dog sat in the field, and it says, or it said something like "good dog," or it crossed out. It said "hound." So obviously
that was it. Yes,
they're changing the errata text, as you said. So
yeah,
that makes a lot more sense. So unfortunately, probably not going to be something that I particularly want, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see dog tribal. Initially, I thought it would be nightmares, because nightmares tie into Ikoria. There's about 50 plus nightmares, but then I realised Chainer, one of your favourites,
one of my boys,
one of your boys, gives all the nightmares +1/+1, doesn't he? So I don't think that doesn't fit in, but. I thought, yeah, because there was loads of nightmares in Ikoria, and there hasn't really been many nightmares. And suddenly there was loads. So my initial thought could have been that, but then I realised that your boy gives them all +1/+1, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This next one made no sense to me whatsoever. A character with a Vanguard card and a legendary creature card gets a second of the latter. Was that a riddle of some sort? Because what's a Vanguard card?
A Vanguard card is from Magic the Gathering Online, the predecessor to Arena.
All right.
And basically, it's sort of like a token card it alters the rules of the game. It gives you a different starting life total. It can alter the number of cards in your hand, and then can also has extra effects, like maybe your creatures enter with haste, or
like Planes Chase.
There's all sorts in there. Sort of like that, and then but you are that character, and
I see.
you always have that rule on yourself throughout the whole game, which I do think is quite a good idea. I'm a bit surprised they haven't tried to go back to it. And there are a lot of characters that have got Vanguard cards, more than I thought. So I thought it's quite easy to find, but no, there's a lot more characters than I thought there were going to be.
Well, I'll flash up some Vanguard cards on the screen now, but if you say there's quite a few of them, I'm sure I'll be able to find them. But that sounds really interesting, actually. I know that because obviously Josh and the other co-hosts of the channel are obviously massive fans of role-playing games and stuff as well. So if it gives you like a role of your character does a different role for that duration of that game, we're big fans of Plane Chase. I reckon that would be quite a good thing to potentially cover in the future. Potentially, but I don't know. If it's on its last legs, or it never even had any legs. Maybe this Vanguard, I've never heard of it. To be fair, so
no. The only thing I know it from, probably most people know, is the Momir format, because Momir's ability is discard a card, and then basically generate a random creature from Magic.
All right.
You have to discard a card and then pay X mana, and then generate a random creature with converted mana cost X. And that's what it works obviously very well online. I've seen a few people build real life versions, huge big stacks of cards of every creature.
Yeah.
And they do it occasionally on Arena, sort of like a miniature, like standard only version. Which is good fun.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Interesting. So this one then is. So it will be a character that had a Vanguard card.
Yeah. I saw someone say Khan, because he has a Vanguard card. Technically, only has one creature card as Khan.
Yeah.
But I don't see it. He is a Planeswalker now. I believe he will only ever appear as a Planeswalker from now on.
Yeah, well, they have to lose their spark and everything, don't they, before they can go back and stuff. So I guess, yeah. So I'm not familiar with non-Planeswalker legendary creatures from Vanguard, so I wouldn't have a clue who that might be.
Yeah.
The next one is...
I've just found the list.
The next one is a card. It says a card with 31 different options. 31 different options. So I reckon
How big is this card going to be?
I know, right? It's like choose one from the rule book. I reckon it's something like. I reckon it'd be something like choose a creature type or choose a something type. Something that has 31 plus different options. If you were to choose a creature type, there's a lot of creature types out there, so I reckon it could be something like that. Choose a creature type, this happens. Creatures of the chosen type get this. Especially if they got a tribal lord going on in a core set, there's got to be something else that says choose a creature type to maybe support that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if there's some sort of mini tribal support.
Yeah, which is always good.
My mathematician friend, Mr. Joey, he was basically talking about when it says like choose 1 out of 5 or choose these many options and things. He was saying that to get exactly 31 is to choose any combination of colours. So if you've got the 5 monocolours, the 10 dual colours,
and
then there's also 10 tricolours, 5 4 colours, and then 1 for all 5 colours. Right. And that is 31. So he thought it might be choose a combination of colours, which lets you get 31 different options.
Oh, really? Wow. So every combination like Jund, Naya, Gruul, all of that adds up to 31.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, interesting.
And the other one was that is the same as, what was it? Pick 1 or more out of 5 options. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't remember. Annoyingly, I can't remember exactly how he worded it. But it's like Casualties of War from War of the Spark.
Yeah.
That only has sort of 4 or 5 points on the card. There's a surprisingly high number of different options that card can eventually do.
Ah. Wow, I wish I had a mathematician friend called Joey. That's revelation there. That's hit the nail on the head, maybe. That must probably what it is. Choose a combination of colours, 31 options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it could be like a Casualties of War, like sacrifice a creature, sacrifice a land.
Yeah.
5 different permanent sort of thing, or discard a card.
That's a great card, that is Casualties of War. It's not like Decimate, where you have to have the targets available to use it. It just says
exactly.
1 or more. It just makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what that is. If it does allude to choose a colour combination, I wonder what that does. That'll be good. Again, this next one, I don't really have any idea. So a card that gains all activated abilities of a certain subset of cards in a place that's never done it before. So what's a certain subset of cards? What does that mean?
So that's like when cards are like Marcel says has all activated abilities of cards in exiles with a cage counter on them.
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
Subset as the cage. Like I say, it could be cards in exile, cards in the graveyard, other cards on the battlefield. Like I said, I tried to have a quick look, but I found it quite hard to sort of search for all these options.
Yeah.
One idea I had was maybe it's cards in your hand, so you'd have to reveal them as you use them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I thought that pairing with the draw half your library.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think out the box.
So you reveal cards in your hand and any activated abilities from the cards in your hand. That's what that card gets.
Yeah, that was my sort of idea. I imagine it's too much of a downside revealing what's in your hand.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe the card's that good. Maybe it is strong enough.
Oh, and then you could run the Zerda activated abilities as your companion.
Yeah.
So who knows? Yeah, interesting. I didn't really get really far with that one, but it's good to see your take on that. This is going back in the past. A card that uses a non-evergreen named ability over 20 years old. So this has got to be something to do with phasing. If Teferi's the main bloke.
Yeah, that is the number one speculation. Teferi's back. Bring in a card of phasing. For those that aren't aware, non-evergreen keyword, a named ability even. So evergreen are ones that can show up in every single set. Sort of like cycling can. What ones are there? Because I don't think it counts like trample and first strike. It's not that.
Not keywords.
No, but more what's on prowess and things like that.
All right.
Yeah.
What about
non-evergreen? Is where obviously they're allowed to show up again. But just not very often.
What about Undying? Is that an evergreen one?
I think No, I don't think so. I don't think that's evergreen.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's just in the sets. That's mainly if they're on it in a Strad.
Oh, I'd love to see Undying come back. It's very, very good with the new mutate mechanic. Awesome
Yeah,
with
that
that.
would be good.
I would love to see that come back. But my thoughts on this were horsemanship. That's got to come back, surely. Horsemanship and flanking from Portal 3 Kingdoms.
Exactly.
No.
Like, imagine they put banding in there. I don't know. I'm sure that might be 20 years old. But...
Oh yeah, banding, ridiculous. Awesome. This next one just sounds like an absolute ridiculous spell to me. So it says a card with the words battlefield, cast, creature, converted mana cost, end of turn, exile, graveyard, and mana cost. So is that alluding to being all those text on the same card?
Yes, indeed.
Did you make something up for this at all, or?
I didn't. I saw someone comment on Reddit, and it did make sense. I forgot to write it down as I saw it. I was just scrolling through.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just had something like when a creature you cast enters the battle. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may cast a creature from your graveyard with convert mana cost less than its command mana cost until end of turn, and then
exile it.
I can't remember where the exile came in. Just at the end, exile, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like when I first looked at it, obviously I have no idea what it could look like, but it sounds like an ultimatum type card, just one massive spell that does something. I can't really think off the top of my head what all those words could be in a Magic card, but it does sound pretty ridiculous, whatever that card is going to be. So interesting to see what that's going to be. An aura inspired from a cycle from Urz's Saga block. So I thought of one thing for this, which was similar to the sagas that we had in Dominaria.
Yeah.
There used to be these things. I can't remember what they were called now, but you had to place verse counters on them at the start of your turn.
Yes.
So there's like Descent into Madness or something. You put a verse counter on it, you discard a card, and you discard cards equal to the amount of verse counters on it, or something like that. So every turn, you're going to get a verse counter, and that enchantment or that effect is going to get more and more potent as time goes on. I think the word was like a growing enchantment. So it's like a saga, but it just carries on. It doesn't end. That was like the enchantments that I remember having in Urz's Saga, but there was another one as well. But I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, like I didn't find much on this one. I'd looked through the Urz's Saga block. It's quite hard to see cycles if you don't know a cycle. It's not always obvious.
No,
you're looking through. So no, I didn't find much more on that.
No, so it'd be interesting to see what they do with that. But thematically as well. Non-evergreen enchantment subtype will return. So what do you reckon that will be? A non-evergreen enchantment subtype? Because there's quite a few.
Yeah, well, in my mind, I straight away jumped to curses.
Yeah.
As I really like the curse mechanic personally.
I do as well.
Obviously, any enchantment subtype is going to work well with the Theros cards, Constellation.
Yeah.
So I thought curses would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But with what's it called, Historic Anthology coming out on Arena and them reprinting the Honden. Perhaps we're getting shrines.
Yeah.
And perhaps we'll get another cycle of shrines, which may make that a more feasible deck.
Yeah.
Obviously, possibly be a standard deck, but more feasible across Historic. I doubt again it'd be good enough for Modern or anything further. But
no.
I'll have to see.
Yeah, and they're good.
It's the reason why they put them in there this month.
Yeah. They're pretty good as well because the more shrines you have out, the more benefits the shrines give you, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They are legendary though, unfortunately. So you can only have one of each.
All right.
Which does stop you sort of over abusing one, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, in a Commander doesn't really matter, but obviously in Modern and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to run 4 Hondens of the Sacred Flame or whatever it is that deal damage. It stacks up, or I can't remember what it does now, but
exactly.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they are. There's a lot of, by the sounds of it, a lot of stacking effects, like the growing enchantments as well from Urza. They worked with verse counters. Shrines, obviously, a lot of stack effects that stack up. So interesting. This is the next one is a popular character first introduced in flavor text. So
we're on to reprints now.
Reprints.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Everything we've already spoke about, they're talking about new cards,
Yep.
possibly based on old cards, but they were all new cards to be printed.
Right, okay.
This next section, these are all reprints. So they're cards we should all know and love.
Yeah.
Coming back.
So a popular character first introduced in flavor text. So a character coming back. So it's a character. So it's not going to be. What? So we've already seen this character then. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It's a card. It's a character that now has a card, but when we first met them, it was only flavor text.
Oh.
I drew a blank from this. I saw people again suggest Jaya.
Jaya Ballard.
Yes, Jaya Ballard, of course.
Oh, right, yeah, I know her, yeah.
So apparently that's a fun bit of trivia. Apparently she first popped up on flavor text before she got her own card.
Right, okay. Yeah, she was a pyromancer, isn't she?
Yeah.
Pyromancer, yeah. Yeah, she's in my she's in one of my decks, one of my discard decks, because Jaya Ballard, Task Mage.
Is that the original one?
I think
she's young.
I think she's young in that one. Yeah, I mean she's older in War of the Spark, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's in my Malfagor deck. I'm not sure if you've seen that one yet, but she's got three abilities on her where all of them are discard a card, do something, but she's almost like a planeswalker where each ability as you go down the card is more effective.
Yeah.
So Jaya Ballard, interesting. I didn't know that. So all these reprints, so the French Vanilla Mythic Rare.
When I first read this, I didn't realise we were into the reprint section, and I thought, who signed off on that? What an awful card. Who would want? For those who don't know, French Vanilla just means it has creature with stats, and then just your basic keywords: flying, vigilance, lifelink.
Yep.
Protection from red and black. You might get there that I'm aiming that at Baneslayer Angel. So my comment of what a terrible card quickly came back to me and thought maybe it's going to be pretty good if it's Baneslayer being reprint.
Baneslayer is the one that's protection from demons and dragons, isn't it?
Exactly, yes. Oh, did I say red and black?
Demons
and dragons. Yes.
Yeah, demons and dragons. Yeah, and that goes into one of the other points as well. A card with unique protection. So demons and dragons is quite a unique protection to have. So it could be correct.
It is.
Because if it was black and red, that could be a Chroma Angel of Wrath reprint, which nobody wants really. that came out recently, I think, in the Cathril deck, Commander deck.
Yeah.
But keywords, keywords are good because there's loads of keywords in Ikoria, counters and all sorts now. Baneslayer Angle, I reckon that's ties in with the unique protection as well.
Yeah.
Is that a mythic, was it? Baneslayer Angel?
Yes, it was mythic.
Wow.
Back in M10 or M11, somewhere around there. I remember it made me want to give up on standard for a while.
Did it actually do anything in competitive play?
Yeah. It was just a very good finisher for control decks. They quite simply just got the field all locked up, then just punch you in the air with a big angel. Just did everything for them. It steadied the ship, won the game.
Wow.
I found a few others that may or may not be.
Yeah.
So there's Vorapede, but it depends whether or not you count Undying as just a keyword. I personally don't think it is. but that is an option. It's insect for you there, Aaron. So I thought you'd like that.
Oh,
Vigilance,
Vorpede, yeah.
Trample,
Vorpede's
and
one of my favourite
Undying.
cards ever. Yeah. Probably my favourite card ever. Vorpede. I used to run 4 of them back in the day when they came out, and they were just absolute beat sticks in a deck that I never ever play anymore. I don't really play any other format other than Commander, but I had 4 Vorpedes, and it was a great time.
One other card I found, and it depends whether or not you count level up again as a keyword ability. And if so, we could have Transcendent Master, because all it has is level up, lifelink, and indestructible. So I don't know, possibly I didn't think level up could be an option.
Yeah.
But another card later on, I found a level up card that I thought matched its criteria. So I thought, well, maybe they're going to bring the level up cycle back. But we'll see. It worked very well with War of the Spark Proliferate.
Level counters, yeah, you can just give them more, can't you?
Exactly.
And that's interesting because I literally added a level up card to my Otrami Mutate deck the other day. Do you know Hex Drinker?
Oh, yes.
So 1-drop green snake that then, if you level up to 8+, it becomes a 6/6 protection from everything. So I think level ups are ridiculously good in mutate decks. You mutate something onto a level up card and you level it up and get those abilities from the level up. It just becomes absolutely outrageous. So yeah, that could be a good thing for mutate decks as well. Level up. So I'm hoping that that is definitely the case. So yeah, all sorts of different things there for vanilla, mythic, rare. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Next one is a popular aura that started as part of a cycle. So I reckon cartouches are going to come back. The Egyptian cartouche. No, definitely not. I have no idea on this one.
Cartouche would also work for a type of enchantment coming back.
It could, yeah.
A non-evergreen enchantment subtype.
Yeah. Like Egyptian theme in a Core 21, though. That's the thing. I don't know.
Seems very specific.
Yeah, exactly. Any idea on this one? What were your thoughts on that one?
Ideas I've seen floating around was Rancor.
Oh, right, yeah.
I believe he's the one, I think gives your creature, I can't remember if it's +3/+3 and trample, but when the creature dies, you can just keep re-equipping the Rancor to another creature. So as long as you don't actually get Wrath, so if they just keep taking out one creature at a time,
yeah,
he sticks around. It has been known to be very effective in the past. A very good card.
I remember, yeah. So 1 green for an enchant creature aura. Equipped creature, enchanted creature has +2/+0 and trample. And then when Rancor is put into a graveyard, return it to your hand.
Oh, to your hand. Okay, not straight to another creature then.
So you can just literally just keep playing it on different creatures when it leaves. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So next one we have is I won't know this one because I have never played in tournaments or competitive play, so this is all down to you. 2 cards played in tournaments that have been reprinted over 20 times with at least 5 different pieces of art.
So a big shout I've been hearing is Lightning Bolt.
Oh yeah, it's got to be.
Iconic 1 mana, 3 damage. They've just released the Secret Lair with the 4 special artworks.
Yeah.
Obviously, whenever it's in standard, well, even in mod, it sees tournament play everywhere.
Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, it's a core set as well, isn't it? There's got to be a lightning bolt in there. Yeah.
It'd be a big shout. It's sort of on par with them bringing back Landmore Elves as they did. I don't know if that was last year or the year before. Big shout. It's such a powerful staple. And another one was Birds of Paradise, which again has just had a reprint in the Secret Lair product.
Oh yeah.
Again, that's the iconic Bolt the Bird. So again, they're the 2 big shouts I saw for it. And that they would see play. That would make a big difference to standard.
But yeah, Lightning Bolt, massive shout. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Next one is a card that's never previously appeared in a Premier set. What's a Premier set?
So that's what they've renamed Standard Legal. So
Right.
basically, not Commander products, not the Modern Horizons and the Masters products. Basically, just normal bog standard boosters for Standard. And the reason for the name change was that, like this, they wanted for reasons like this. They wanted to say that it was Standard Legal. So sort of like if you were talking like an Innistrad card, they want all of that to be able to be referred to as a Premier set.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, this is likely a Commander or Masters product that's being printed Standard. But yeah, I no idea. I just felt there's too many options to even sort of go down.
Oh no, yeah. I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue what Premier set was, but obviously I just learnt that, so that's good. Good for my knowledge. This next one you've got a theory on. So a card that's never been reprinted before, which has 2, 3, 5, and 6 all appear on the card. Yeah.
So for this, I believe the name is Lighthouse Chronologist. I can't say that word properly. I do apologise. So it's another level up one, a blue creature that once you level it to its top level, you can just keep taking a lot of extra turns. I can't remember if it's even take 2 extra turns or something. Very powerful. And as far as I could see, that's the only thing I could see that had those numbers in one printing. Yeah, it does have other numbers as well, which threw me off course a bit.
Yeah, but still, to get 2, 3, 5, and 6 all appear on one card, it's got to be something to do with a lot of numbers, and numbers allude to level up, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's exciting, because I feel that there's going to be more level up cards, which is great, because a core set is normally, the rules in the core set are not going to be hard to follow, are they? And level up is just a bit of a Timmy thing to do, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to level up this character, this creature or this character, and the more I level it up, the better it's going to be, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that now.
And I think it's only its 3-month window before rotation that it's got proliferate with it. So if for some reason, and it's not like Wizards to print a busted card and let it get released into the public without them realizing, but say they might, heaven forbid, it's only there for a couple of months, and then it's just rotated away.
All the proliferate's gone.
Exactly. Yeah. So if there's some weird iteration that might be too powerful, but I say they don't seem to care about that anymore.
Yeah.
Just print Oko. He's all right.
Yeah, he's fine. Get rid of creatures as a +1. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I've just looked at the card now. Lighthouse Chronologist costs 1 blue and 1 other, and you can level him up for 1 blue. When he gets to level 7 at the beginning of each end step, if it's not your turn, take an extra turn.
Exactly. And that is a house in Commander. If you're playing 4-player Commander, it goes my turn, your turn, my turn, Dom's turn, my turn, Joey's turn, back ridiculous. To my normal turn. No, my turn again, then my turn, I believe.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
And really, you should have won by then. If you haven't won by then, you've built a bad deck with
you've done something wrong, yeah. Spirit Tribal would even win in a situation like that.
Yeah. I think even what's her name? My terrible mono blue deck might fit in there.
Oh, that one, yeah. The Polymorpher.
Yeah. Jalira Polymorphist. I want it to be good. It never will.
Mono decks are just hard to make, I think. Wow, yeah, it's quite. Wow, Zendikar, that card, £9 is the cheapest I've seen it as. Wow, it's pretty expensive. Pretty good. Yeah, so that's raised my hopes a little bit. Level up. This next one, a human monk, has got to be Narset, surely.
Well, you reckon?
It's got to be, hasn't it? A human monk.
Big shout. A big shout. I thought back to our conversation earlier about the Honden. They were originally in the Kamigawa block.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
every year, everyone says, well, we're going to revisit Kamigawa this year. And we never do. But maybe this is it. Maybe they're going to add some more Honden.
Yeah.
And I thought possibly reprint Azusa, Lost But Seeking.
Oh,
you may
yeah.
pay 2 additional lands. Why not? That's fair. Everyone will love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought this might be the big push and the big hint towards a return to Kamigawa. Because the 2 main sets that had monks was Tarkir, as you said, with Narset, and Kamigawa. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to go back there because I love the Japanese theme and the Asian theme. I think it's awesome. It would be awesome to go back there. And Azusa is a massively, it's one of those cards that everyone wants to reprint because, play 2 additional lands is absolutely ridiculous. And it would be one of those chase cards as well that would get people to try and crack packs for it and all that sort of stuff. There was an interesting one I saw, though, which was from Saviors of Kamigawa. Iwamori of the Open Fist. So it's a 5/5 trample, costs 2 green and 2 others. When he comes into play, each opponent may put a legendary creature card from his or her hand into play. That's a group hug. Maybe we'll see Iwamori of the Open Fist. Oh, some weird cards in that set. I love it.
Legendary. Oh, thankfully it's legendary creature. So you wouldn't want to put that down and they just start slamming down planeswalkers against you. But yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'd love to see more of that. So, Narset can... We've seen Narset a few times. Let's just see more Kamigawa.
Yeah. So she's just been out there recently.
Yeah.
She, I believe, appeared on Ikoria. She's in like some of the cards and the flavor text, but she didn't actually get a card, did she?
Yeah, there was a Planeswalker, Narset of the Ancient Way.
Of course there was.
Yeah.
Can you cut that? Just cut that. That's stupid.
I
nearly built a whole deck around her, and it was a terrible deck.
What the? No, she's CEDH, isn't she? The actual creature.
Real Narset is.
Oh yeah, extra turns and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Great, and the last one. I'm sure there'll be more speculation as time goes on, but this is just based on Rosewater's blog. A card from the Time Spiral, Time Shifted sheet.
Now this is exciting.
I looked at it
no
earlier.
Idea what it is.
Yeah, I looked at it earlier, and there's all sorts of trash on Time Shifted, Time Spiral.
Yeah.
Nothing that really stands out to me apart from the land cycle. I think there was some grapevines that Gemstone Mine was going to see a reprint, so I'd like to see Gemstone Mine potentially.
It's a reprint, isn't it? Oh, of course, it's got to be a reprint because it is a card. Sorry.
Yeah. But they're all old borders, old graphics, and I love that because obviously that's when I got into Magic was the old style. And Gemstone Mine hasn't been printed since the Time Spiral, Time Shift, and that's just one of those lands that taps to add any mana of any colour. So it would be one of the cards that people look for, especially Commander players that are running loads of different land types, or even I don't know what if this would be a sought after card in Modern or Standard, but basically it comes into play with 3 mining counters on it, and then you can tap it and remove a counter to add 1 mana of any colour. So you got 3 uses of it basically to add or fix your mana base. So would that see play at all? Do you reckon in the Standard?
I think it could do. It probably not a tier 1, but I could see it definitely being there. It's like a fun little thing available to everyone.
I mean, in Commander, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the actual game. I would say.
I can barely speak on that.
Yeah.
But I try, but I fail.
Yeah, I got no idea in that circle. But yeah, that land base is just quite interesting. Like you got like Arena is another one which basically makes 2 creatures fight each other on a land. So basically could be used as a removal piece on a land. And there's other ones on there as well which I'll flash up, but I can't remember what they are. there's also like random cards in there, like a Chroma Angel of Wrath's in there as a time spiral, time shifted card. So that could link also to the vanilla thing, and Avatar of Woe's in there as well.
Uncle Istvan.
Uncle Istvan's in there, yeah.
Everyone's favourite uncle. Obviously, Cockatrice. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts in time shifted.
Yeah.
What even was the goal of that set? I don't think I was even looking at Magic when that happened. So time spiral, time shift. What was it even about? Was it an actual set, or was it just a Mickey take?
I think it was like just an extra card in each booster was one of these time shifted cards.
Oh, right.
It worked. I may be wrong. Someone can tell me.
Yeah, tell us in the comments if there's any. Yeah. Oh no. So I'm looking at time spiral, time shifted. Below is a list of time shifted cards in time spiral set. Last time they were printed. So alpha all the way up to Scourge. Yeah. So all those time spiral, time shifted cards are the old graphics before they changed the card borders and stuff.
Yeah.
So Scourge was the last one. That's basically when I stopped playing. Was Scourge, and they changed it all to like weird. Well, not weird, but it's now not what we play with. But they changed the card graphic to something completely different.
Yeah.
It was in Mirrodin and Fifth Dawn and Darksteel when they changed it all, I think. But yeah. Very interesting. So we'll see some absolute garbage come out of that, I expect. But that was it. That was all the speculations. But I'm sure there'll be more, won't there, as time goes on?
Yeah. When did the spoilers actually start? The real ones. I know they released this proper schedule the other day.
Well, I know there was some sort of Twitch thing going on at 7 o'clock today, and whether that's our time or their time, I can't remember. But there was something going on today, I think. Command Zone did released an episode yesterday about what was just like a podcasty type episode where they answered questions, but they said they were getting their preview card this week. So I guess all the content creators will start getting their previews and stuff soon, I imagine. So I'm expecting ours at some point. No, but yeah, I'm sure they'll start rolling out soon. But
Yes, I've just seen they start from tomorrow as we record this. So possibly by the time this has gone live, some of our answers may have already either been confirmed or proven we know nothing.
Yeah, wow. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? That's the beauty of speculation. We can either be, the next sort of prophet of MTG, or just some guy in a room talking trash.
Yeah. So the first places to find these previews is from Magic's Twitch stream, from Alia Dushane. I'm going to butcher these names, I do apologise. Gregor Skolaski, League of Magic, Mandoa, and the WPN, Wizards Play Network.
And when's that? Today?
From tomorrow, June the 4th.
Ah, right, okay. 7 p.m. their time?
I believe so, yeah. Which I think in UK time.
Midday, probably, depending on where they are.
Yeah.
Because we did a online game against Tap That MTG, which are a Canadian YouTube channel. We did a battle against them, me and Josh against Shauna and Leslie. It was me and Josh versus them. We beat them, but to be fair, Josh is a CDH player basically, and they were running.
He denies it, but he is.
He is definitely, yeah. He uses the same package of cards for every deck that he only has one deck at a time, and he uses all the crack lands and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, definitely a CDH player. Going off on a tangent now, but 12 should be if it's America, it'll be 7 hours or so. But interesting. Well, that was the speculation. So make sure you leave a comment in the section below as to what you feel would be, your comments, your views on what the Rosewater blog was all about. Leave your comments in the section below. Please make sure you like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Thanks for joining me today, Tom.
No, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been good to have you on again. You would have seen Tom on a previous episode on EDH gameplay, the Mysterious Man, and we will do that again when everything is back to normal. But I hope everyone's staying safe out there, and thanks for tuning in to Pass the Turn. I think that's all I need to say.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, lovely.
That went alright. I thought we were going to end up having to stop and start loads. I thought we were going to be butchering it.